Oh, hello there, and welcome to Vape or Not to Vape. So in this video, we're going to be talking about vaping and how the industry is becoming a little bit more mainstream and the effects that it's having on the population of those people who actually currently smoke tobacco products and even those who don't. So we decided to do this project, myself, Lauren, and Asia, because we were coming up with an idea, and I am actually currently someone who vapes, and I'm also someone who at one time was smoking tobacco products, specifically cigarettes, and I personally used vaping to get away from smoking cigarettes, so that was like my cessation program, so to speak. And going through that, it just worked for me. Like, I played around with it for a little while, and eventually, once I kind of dove headfirst into it, I haven't gone back. For me specifically, though, as you'll hear about later in this video, it's more of a hobby. Let's just take a little look real quick, and then, this way you get a better feel for where I'm at with this and myself. So this is my nice little setup here. This is most of the stuff that I have right now, not all of it completely. This is my current daily vapor that I use, my mod, and with the one tank on it. And then we have the toolkit. As I said, this is a hobby of mine, so there's a lot of things you can do with them. You can rebuild the coils and a whole bunch of other stuff we're not going to get into today. But this is a lot of the stuff that I have right now. Just mostly juices there, other parts, the rebuildable decks that they have, the rebuildable atomizers. This is another mod that I have, and some wire, some other juice and stuff. So this is just my hobby now. So now that you've seen my little stash of goodies and stuff, another reason that I did want to quit smoking was to save money. I have not done that. Obviously, all this stuff that you just saw is kind of expensive. It adds up. However, because it's also my hobby now, it's money I would have spent somewhere else. So I'm not really paying too much attention to the money. And a lot of this stuff is kind of one-time investments, things like the mods and stuff. Although I'm probably going to buy more at some point. Right now, those are things that I don't have to buy again. I wouldn't need to. So if I was strictly just not smoking, then I would be saving money because I wouldn't be buying all this stuff. I would buy just one vaporizer that I would need, and then the liquid just to keep up until I actually quit smoking, and then left it alone completely. However, because it's a hobby of mine and I really enjoy it, I've kind of dove in head first, like I said. Moving on, we actually put an online survey together, and we just asked some basic questions just to get a feel for like the general public and how they feel about vaping, what they know about it, or anything, if they know anybody else. So we're going to look into that real quick right now. So the first question we asked, just to get a feel for our participants, was, what is your age? Now, we had a total of 86 people that answered this, and that responded to this survey. And the majority of those people who answered this survey were between the ages of 18 to 24. Fortunately, we did get a few other responses from other age groups, and so that definitely helped out. Moving on to the next question, we asked our survey participants, do you know what vaping is? Well, yes, I do. Thank you. Thank you for asking. So anyway, majority of our participants answered yes, so that would be 81 out of the 86 answered that they did know what vaping was. The next question was, do you know anyone who vapes? And the majority of the people said they did know, but there were also a few who didn't know as well. And also in this question we asked if anybody uses a vape as an alternative to smoking cigarettes, and 3 people answered that they do. 6, however, answered that they use a vape recreationally. This is pretty interesting. The next question we asked was, in reference to the previous question, what is their age, or the age of the person that they know who vapes? And the people that were able to answer this question said in between the ages of 18 to 25. Now this goes along with current research that shows that is the age group that does. And also according to this question, as the age of the people increases, their use of vaporizers decreases. So it would seem that you make the transition to get away from it over time as you get older for whatever reason. The fifth question we asked was, do you currently smoke cigarettes or not? The overwhelming majority was that they do not. So it was 82 people answered that they don't. And the last question that we asked is, do you think vaping is a safer alternative to traditional cigarettes? This was the most mixed question, and justifiably so. Vaping is still relatively new. There is some research out on it, but not all there's not full research because you need to do a longitudinal study. And those types of studies, it's over time. You have to collect more data and everything, and then see how everybody is. However, more often than not, with this survey, they answered that they do think that vaping is a safer alternative to traditional cigarettes. Alright, so now we're going to get into some interviews. We're actually going to take a trip to RU Vaping on Easton Avenue in New Brunswick. And we're going to see if we get the professional opinion and thoughts on the vaping industry and also with smoking. And also, we have a couple interviews with people who do smoke currently and also have vaped, and see what their opinions are on this as well. Alright, so let's get into it.
Alright, so I'll let you take this time to introduce yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Monique Daniels. I work here at RU Vaping. I'm also a sales marketing manager at an e-hookah company as well, so yeah.
Alright. Okay, so just a few questions for you guys. Why don't you sell tobacco?
We do not sell tobacco because we believe there are healthier alternatives out there, and there's no need to be smoking something that can give you cancer and make you sick as opposed to something that has far less carcinogens in it and is way healthier. So it just seems easy or smarter.
Okay. What made you get into the business?
I decided to start getting into the vaping industry, I guess more so as a customer at first, because I myself quit smoking this way. And I just met my boss here, who hired me, and that's kind of it. I've been going to conventions with him and promoting it, and it's just become a part of my life.
What age is required to purchase e-cigarettes?
19.
Okay, so there is an age restriction.
Yes.
What age is required to purchase the vaping ones?
19. Everything vape related, you have to be 19.
Even if it has no nicotine or anything? Okay. How do you know what's really in the vape oils?
Most companies are required to tell you what's in it. They'll have it on the side of the bottle, and it's usually only 4 ingredients. A lot of companies have actually gone under fire recently and have been sued and things like that, so a lot of them are trying to make it more transparent to the customer. And we have a few personal relationships with juice makers, especially in New Jersey, so we always know what's going into our juice.
Is using e-cigarettes in place of tobacco cost effective?
Yeah, if you do it right, I mean, there's so many hobbyists out there now, and they'll spend more money than they would have smoking cigarettes. But if you're just looking to quit, we have like $6 bottles of e-juice, and you can do it and make it last like weeks. So it's possible. You just really have to put your mind to it.
Mm-hmm. How does vaping help people with a nicotine addiction overcome their addiction?
So you have smokers who come in, they're smoking 2 packs a day, 1 pack a day. They'll start off at a 24, and they can slowly work their way down. So it's not, we don't try to promote doing it like as a cold turkey thing. There's no need for that. You can just slowly do it. It might take you weeks, it might take you days, it might take you months, but I've seen people who come in here, or who came in here like months ago, starting with a 24, and now they're down to 0. So it's definitely effective.
Okay. What is the vaping industry's biggest competition?
Big tobacco.
Okay.
Honestly, it's the way that they go about trying to kind of destroy the vaping industry, it's a little disheartening because you're helping so many people to save their lives and quit smoking and avoid cancer and other diseases, and you have this big giant multi-billion company coming in trying to destroy small businesses. So it's just like, why do that? I don't get it.
Do you think that e-cigarettes can be used as training wheels for non-smokers?
No, I don't think so. Vapor and smoke are two completely different feelings. It's two completely different densities in the smoke and the vape. So for a non-smoker to start vaping, I don't think they would necessarily get addicted to smoking or even think about wanting to smoke. It's different, it's a different flavor, you don't smell like an ashtray, you're not dying, so it's just, why would you want to start something way worse for you when you're already good with what you have?
What if we lose control? What if there was no time? What if we lose control? What if we lose our mind?
Your friends smoke?
Yes, they do.
Like roughly how many? Like a lot?
10, 15 maybe.
Okay. How many of your friends vape?
A lot of them.
Is there like some overlap between the people who smoke and the people who vape?
Some of them do both, yeah.
Friends who vape, rather. Are they using vaping as a way to quit smoking?
No.
No. Do you know people who vape that have never smoked cigarettes before?
No.
Really? Okay. Do you think kids who vape do it because they think it's cool?
Some do.
21?
Do you smoke?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Have you ever vaped?
Yes, I have.
Have you ever considered vaping as a healthier way of getting your nicotine fix?
Yes, originally.
Okay. Have you ever considered using vaping to overcome your addiction to nicotine by slowly decreasing your nicotine intake?
Yeah, that was pretty much the idea.
Okay.
Well, another thing, I originally was thinking it would be cheaper, but it's really not at all.
Okay.
Other than that...
So it's like good for like an oral fixation? Like if
Yes,
that's like
it's more of, exactly, an oral fixation, not so much the actual nicotine itself.
Right.
I ended up I actually enjoyed the non-nicotine ones more so than the nicotine ones.
That it's not, you said it's not cost effective. You don't think it's...
I don't think it's cost effective. I mean, it kind of depends on how you do it, but of course, in the beginning, you have to invest in actually buying the thing, which at itself could cost up to, 8 to 10 packs of cigarettes alone.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then plus the actual liquid you have to buy, which can be the price of a pack of cigarettes, if not more. And depending on how often you use it, could last you, can and cannot last you the length of a regular pack of cigarettes.
Okay,
it's
so
all more about usage. But
Right. So then, would you say then that vaping didn't help you quit smoking?
No, it didn't.
Lose our mind. What if we lose control? What if there was no time? What if we taste the
You're just recording video
I am.
of yourself?
Of all of us. I just took a whole bunch of you guys. Your Lauren wants to,
There's me stuff in my face.
your stuff in the face. And Asia. Over there. Working hard.
I feel weird, like I don't know how to sit.
Well, this is why you practice. And how the industry is becoming a little bit more mainstream, how it compares to smoking and things of that nature. Why did I say things of that nature?
Alright, so tell everybody your name.
I'm Kevin Qualho. I'm Lauren's sister.
Brother.
Let's restart that. Let's start from the top.